Hi friends, how is it going? It's me, Betty Jean. We are in black and white yet again today because we're doing another palette bingo. I wanted to play with some of my Nomad Cosmetics palettes again, and I wanted to do it in palette bingo form because I've been enjoying these palette bingos again lately, so here we are. I'm excited to share the look with you. I'm excited to play with these palettes. I paired 3 palettes together that I think will go really nicely together, and I'm excited for you to see the final result. Before we hop into it, as far as my accessories, even though it's black and white, it doesn't really matter anyways. This is just an old choker. I truly don't know where it's from, but these little boo plugs are Love Kills Boutique. So yeah, without further ado, let's just hop in and do some palette bingoing with my Nomad Cosmetics palettes. All right, hello, we're gonna dive in. I'm gonna be using the 3 Nomad palettes that have like the spooky autumnal essence to them. I also feel like these 3 would just pair really nice together, so I wanted to do a palette bingo with these 3. So we have the Hudson Valley that came out last fall. So lovely. And then we have the one that came out last year for Halloween. This is the Haunted Europe palette. It's like a I always say this, but I always think of like this side as my spooky graveyard and this as my little pumpkin patch half. And then of course we have the new one, the Ghost Town USA. So looks like that. Super cute, dusty, grungy vibes. But I think these will go really well together. So let's pull up a random number generator. I'm gonna draw 2 shades from each palette and we're gonna create a look. We'll do the Hudson Valley first. There's 15 shades in there. So I have it set 1 through 15. We got the shades 5 and 12. All right, well we got Ghost Taurus. It's probably my least favorite shade in the whole palette. And we got this berry shade, Wine Harvest. All right, off to a decent start, I suppose. This shade basically means nothing to me though, so we basically only got 1 shade. All right, moving on to the next 2. These other 2 have 18 shades each, so let me set it back 1 to 18 for the Haunted Europe palette. We got 15 and 12. So we got Count Dracula and Merry Cemetery. This is an interesting color story so far, almost wintry rather than fall. Let's see what we get with the Ghost Town palette. There's also 18 shades in that palette, so we'll just keep it. We got 6 and we got 15. All right, so we got Ghost Town and Ghost Train, which I haven't used Ghost Train yet, so I'm excited to have that one. This is literally like a Christmas color story. How did we get here? Honestly, this is really cohesive because the light green and the light green shimmer like flow together, and then these 2 will flow together, and that shimmer will go with that really nice, and then the beigey shade's just gonna chill somewhere. So this is kind of a no-brainer color story. So I guess let me gather my brushes and thoughts together and then we will jump into it. All right, I'm gonna prime with my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Eye Primer to start with. I'm just gonna plop it on and blend it out. I hope you're having a great day, by the way, whether it's the beginning or the end. I hope it's been good. I'm just getting ready for work, and apparently I'm gonna go to work looking Christmassy. Let's see if we can avoid that, but I don't think I'll be able to. Even if I pair like pink and green together ever, people always think it's a Christmas look. It's so funny to me. Let me get the beige shade out of the way from the Hudson Valley palette. Ghost Tour right there. I'm gonna use this big fluffy SL Miss Glam brush, and I'm just gonna run this through the crease, specifically in the outer half because that's where my pinky red shades are gonna go. This will just help be a transition to help blend everything out easier. Definitely not a shade that I utilize typically, but we're gonna utilize it today because that's what the palette bingo gods want, and that's what the palette bingo gods will get. I could have maybe used this in a more creative way, but I don't care about beige. I don't care about beige. So we're just gonna use it as a transition today instead. All right, jumping into the Ghost Town USA palette, I'm gonna take Ghost Town. I'm gonna use this E38 brush from Sigma, and I'm gonna start swirling this in the front little section of my eye. I'm not gonna take this over too far because I don't want this to really blend into the like berry tones that we lay down in a second. I really want this to just kind of be its own moment in the front third of the crease. I do like this color. I mentioned this in my 2 looks video with this palette, but like I don't want a beige, I want this. Like give me this kind of a color as a transition shade. I don't need a beige. No, thank you. All right, I'm gonna take Count Dracula now from the Haunted Europe palette. I'm losing my train of thought. Picking this up on this Sigma brush. It is an E27. And I'm just gonna kind of pack this in that whole like outer third of my lid, just to get like some depth going on. I'm gonna kind of run this along that lower lash as well, just for some extra smokiness. Do you live somewhere where it's just beautiful in the autumn? I would love to know. I'm so jealous if you do. Florida does not really start looking like autumn ever. Eventually a lot of our trees will die for winter, so it kind of goes from green to dead, but even so, like a lot of things don't even really die here. But eventually we get some crispy weather. It's few and far between. And then we don't really get the scenery to match. So we just have to pretend over here. All right, kind of something like that. Let's go back into the Hudson Valley palette now. We're gonna take the Wine Harvest shade, and I'm just gonna kind of start blending this brown out with that shade. So I'm gonna use that SL Miss Glam brush again. I'm just grabbing a tiny bit. I don't wanna overwhelm it just yet. I'm even gonna tap it off. Holding the very end of my brush so that my pressure is very light. I'm just gonna very carefully start swirling this, just kind of lightly around the edges of that brown, just to get like a little bit of a diffusion, start adding that color in. It's a really pigmented shade if you can't tell, so you really don't even need a whole lot. And since I already have all that pigment from the brown, I'm just kind of softly building this up. So far I feel like this isn't looking too Christmassy, but I think once I add the shimmers, it is gonna start looking very Christmassy, like cranberry mint vibes. But you know, it's still cute. I'm still excited about it. Just gonna wipe this brush off periodically, blend a little more. You know what? I'll even grab some more Ghost Tour and use that to help blend out as well. Why not? Palette bingo gods want me to, so I shall oblige. All right, something kind of like that, just like a very blown out, smoky, sultry situation. I'm gonna grab just a little bit more of Ghost Town from before, just because I want to intensify this a little bit better. Again, being careful not to really drag it into that pinkish red. Green and red are opposite on the color wheel. They're complementary, which means they look good next to each other, but they don't blend great together. They will muddy out if I get too blendy with the two shades. So I'm just kind of letting them just kind of flow next to each other. Finally, moving on to the shimmers, I'm gonna take my NYX Glitter Primer. I'm just gonna use this flat brush from Alter Ego. I'm gonna tippy top this primer all around. I'm not really going for a cut crease today. I just kind of wanna just have shimmer blended everywhere. So I'm gonna do kind of the same thing. Like I want the pinkish shimmer, Ghost Town, from the Ghost Town USA palette. I want that to kind of fill the like back 2/3 of my lid. And then I'll use Merry Cemetery from the Haunted Europe palette for just that like front little pocket as well as my inner corner. Maybe a little on the brow bone too. I'm actually gonna start with Merry Cemetery. I'm just gonna grab that and just gonna lightly start plopping it, just like in line with where that green is. I can't believe of all the color combos we could have gotten with these palettes, we got just like Christmas vibes. Thought we were gonna do a spooky autumn look today. It's fine, a million of those are gonna be coming. You could always do this look, but maybe just replace the green with like a yellow or an orange. Go ahead and just plop that in my inner corner too. I do like this shade of green. I think it's really pretty. Just not really what I thought we were gonna get today. All right, so now for the rest, I'm just gonna use my finger. I have short nails right now, so I might as well utilize that. Just gonna press this all along. Ooh, honestly, I feel like the shimmer made it look less Christmassy. I thought this was gonna look more berry vibe on the lid with the other mattes, but no, now it's just looking like pinky green, like plummy green. It's cute. Do you think I want to dust just a little bit of Merry Cemetery in my brow bone area? Because why not? We might as well. I actually like that little green glow that that gave. I'm also gonna grab a little bit more of Ghost Train on just this pencil brush. And I want to just smudge some of this in the front of my lower lash line. You guys know I love a lower lash line shimmer. I think it's so cute. All right, so I am just going to finish up now. I'm gonna throw on maybe just mascara today. I don't know if I'm feeling lashes, an eye pencil, something on my lips, and I'll be back when I'm complete. All right, here is how the final look turned out. I actually love this. I think it came out so pretty. I don't think it looks too Christmassy, honestly. I think it just looks very like muted fall kind of. I don't know, I just like it. I like this kind of like berry plum that's going on the lid with the pop of mint. I went with kind of a berry-ish lip too to kind of enhance that in the eye look more, make it look less red, so to speak, and I think it came out really nice. The eye pencil I threw in is a Fiery Fierce from the ColourPop Avatar collection. I just threw on mascara today. I wasn't feeling lashes. And then on my lips, I went with the Lawless Honey Rose pencil with the old, many years discontinued Hypnotize gloss. I just wanted this kind of plummy-ish color and I love it. So this is the look. I hope you like it. Let's zoom out and finish up this video. Thanks so much for watching my video. I had a lot of fun today. I think this came out really nice. I think it came out really cohesive, super easy breezy. I think most people probably would have thought of this look. I'm curious if you would have done the same thing I did or if you would have done something a little bit different. This is just the no-brainer look that came to mind, honestly, when I got these shades, and I'm happy with it. This seems like a very normal look and I'm good with it. So I'm gonna clean up my mess and finish getting ready for work today. I would love to know your thoughts. What do you think of Nomad? Do you have any of these palettes I mentioned? Do you want any of them? I know the Haunted Europe got discontinued, but I don't think the other two are limited edition. I think they'll be around for a while. But I'd love to know what you've tried from Nomad, what you want to try. Let's chat down below. If you made it to the end of this video, leave some autumnal, spooky emoji, since those are the vibes we tried to do with the palettes today. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. If you haven't already, you can follow me on my other socials. You can join the Baddie Bean fam. I'm Baddie Bean on everything, Instagram, TikTok, you know the drill. And if you want, you can subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I'm posting most days here as well. And also feel free to join my channel memberships. The link to sign up will be down below. You'll get fun little perks, including a members only get ready with me once a month. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.